After everything I've done for you, this is how you repay me, sneaking around with books?
I only want a chance to learn, Auntie.
A chance?
My daughter, never let anyone tell you what you cannot become.
But everyone says my life is already decided.
Then prove them wrong.
Do you think reading books will change your destiny? As long as you live under my roof, your place is in this house, not in any classroom.
Title: The Niece Turned into a Maid. Part 2: The Girl Who Refused to Break. The next morning, before the first rooster crowed, before the sun painted the sky, Amara was already awake. The cold floor greeted her feet, the same thin mattress, the same lonely room, the same life she never chose. Every day seemed identical. Wake up, clean, wash, cook, serve, sleep, and repeat. For everyone else in that house, it was normal. For Amara, it was survival. Days turned into weeks. Weeks slowly turned into months. Yet nothing changed. No one asked how she felt. No one asked if she was happy. No one asked whether she missed her parents. It was as if her pain no longer mattered, as if she had become invisible. But there was something they did not know, something quietly growing inside her. Amara had not stopped dreaming. Every night, after everyone slept, she would secretly read old textbooks she found in her storage box. Pages torn, covers damaged, but to her, they were treasures. Knowledge became her escape, education became her secret weapon, and hope became her closest friend. While others slept peacefully, Amara studied under a weak lantern with tired eyes and aching hands. Sometimes she would fall asleep with her book on her chest. Sometimes she would wake up to discover wax from the lantern had melted onto her notebook. Still, she continued, because she remembered her father's words, the words he once told her before he died. Never allow your circumstances to decide your future. Those words became her strength, her shield, her motivation. But life inside the house was becoming harder. Auntie Chioma's bitterness seemed to grow every day. The more obedient Amara became, the more work she received. The more patient she remained, the harder the insults became. Nothing she did was ever enough. If she swept the floor, it wasn't clean enough. If she cooked, it wasn't tasty enough. If she washed clothes, it wasn't fast enough. Every effort was met with criticism. Every sacrifice was ignored. Yet Amara remained silent, not because she was weak, but because she was wise. She understood something many people never learn. Sometimes the strongest people are not the loudest. Sometimes strength is endurance. Sometimes strength is refusing to become bitter. One afternoon, something unexpected happened. A new neighbor moved into the house opposite theirs. An elderly woman named Mama Eze, a retired school teacher, kind, observant, and full of wisdom. From her balcony, she often watched Amara walking. She noticed the girl's discipline. She noticed the sadness in her eyes, and she noticed something else: potential. One evening, while Amara was hanging clothes outside, Mama Eze called her. "My daughter." Amara turned nervously. "Yes, ma." The elderly woman smiled gently. "What class are you in?" The question caught Amara off guard. For a moment, she did not know how to answer, because nobody had asked her about school in a very long time. Slowly, she explained everything: the death of her parents, the move to her uncle's house, the chores, the missed classes, the abandoned dreams. Mama Grace listened quietly. When Amara finished, the old woman wiped a tear from her face. Then she said something Amara would never forget. "Your current situation is not your final destination." For the first time in months, someone believed in her. Someone saw more than a housemaid. Someone saw a future. That night, Amara cried, not because she was hurt, but because she finally felt seen. The next few weeks brought a new routine. Whenever her chores were finished, Mama Eze would teach her mathematics, English, science, life lessons, everything she had missed. Amara learned quickly, very quickly. Her mind absorbed knowledge like dry soil absorbing rain. The more she learned, the more confident she became. And confidence changed everything. For the first time, she began to believe she could become more than her circumstances. But success often attracts oppositions. And Chioma was beginning to notice changes. The girl she once controlled through fear was standing taller, speaking with confidence, smiling again, and that made her uncomfortable, very uncomfortable. One afternoon, she followed Amara secretly, and what she discovered filled her with anger. There sat Amara, studying, learning, dreaming again. The sight infuriated her. In her mind, housemates were not supposed to dream. Housemates were not supposed to rise. Housemates were not supposed to become anything. That evening, Chioma exploded with rage. She confiscated Amara books. She tore several pages, and she warned her never to study again. The words cut deep, but they did not destroy her. Because once a person discovers hope, it becomes difficult to kill. That night, Amara sat alone in her room once again. The torn pages rested beside her. The lantern flickered softly, and tears rolled down her cheeks. Yet behind those tears, something had changed. The frightened little girl was disappearing. A stronger version was emerging. A version built by pain. A version strengthened by struggle. A version prepared for destiny. And although nobody in that house realized it, the very girl they treated like a servant was slowly becoming the person who wanted to change all their lives forever. The storm was coming, and nothing would ever remain the same again. To be continued.